Hi, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, September 24th, and it's time to learn about a new landform. And we're also still tying in maps, globes, and photographs. So let's move on to our target and see what we are learning about today. Our target, I can look closely at a map, globe, or photograph so I can identify landforms in North America. I will know I have it when I can describe a canyon. Yes, we are looking at canyons today and learning about them. I want to talk to you a little bit about maps, though. We've been looking at maps, so we have some schema. We know that we can see where a place is located on a map. Kentucky is north of Tennessee. Kentucky is south of Ohio. So we can see where a place is located. Also, we can see how big or small an area is. So a map tells us information. Also, we can read the names of the states on a map. We can read the names of the continents. And as you notice, this is North America, the continent that we live on. Now, let's talk about a photograph for just a second. With a photograph like the one that's in the bottom corner on this slide of the red house, we can see that the house is red. We can see that the house sits beside a body of water, whether it's a lake, a huge pond, but it has a dock that comes out over the water from the house. So all of those characteristics we can see by looking at a photograph. I want to go over some vocabulary with you today. Landform is a shape of land. Hill is a raised area of land that is smaller than a mountain. Mountain is very high raised area of land, and it is larger than a hill. An island is an area of land that is completely surrounded by water. That's what makes an island so unique, because if you went around on all sides, you would see water. A plain is a large flat area of land with grass and not many trees. A volcano, like we saw on Tuesday, is a mountain with an opening. I have one more that I want to go over with you, and that's a canyon, so that you will know what that word means before we get into the lesson. Canyon, a deep, narrow valley with steep sides and often with a stream flowing through it. The next slide will be our focus of the day. What can we learn from looking at a photograph of the Grand Canyon? Well, if you look at it, we can see a river at the bottom, and it's the Colorado River. The sides of the canyon look very steep. Now, I've never seen the Grand Canyon in person, but I would like to. And the more I learn about it, the more I want to go see it in person. I have a video planned for you to watch, and it's about what a canyon is, and it's how the Grand Canyon was formed. What I want you to do is be a scientist right now, and scientists sometimes make predictions. I've showed you a picture of the Grand Canyon. A prediction is just a guess. What do you think? So make a prediction before you ever watch the video that explains how the Grand Canyon formed. But I want you to make a prediction. How do you think it formed? What caused the Grand Canyon to form? And then after you watch your video, you can ask yourself, was my prediction correct? Was I thinking correctly? Or do I need to rethink my prediction? Okay. We're going to look at a map. And as I see this map, I see the Grand Canyon National Park right there up in the top left. So that tells me by reading this map that the Grand Canyon is in the state of Arizona. But I also see some other states. I see New Mexico. I see California. I see Nevada. I see Utah. And I see Colorado. When you look at this slide in Google Classroom, see if you can also find those states. Also on this map, I see some blue lines. And I know that blue lines on a map mean a river or a stream. But there's something else. There's a symbol on this map, and it's a little raised symbol, like you might see on other maps, like this. It could be these raised areas. So what would you think that symbol would mean on this map that we're looking at? And I want you to think about too, after you look at this map, would there be something that could be included in this map that would help us read this map even better? Think about what you've learned and what part of a map tells you what the symbols are and what they mean. So think about how we could even read that map better. Okay. It is time for you to do some work. I know I ask you to do that, and as scientists, we do work every day. Look at this picture closely. It's a canyon. Think about the definition of a canyon and how one might form. You learned that in the video. Write one sentence to explain something you learned about a canyon on a blank piece of paper in your spiral notebook. So look closely at the picture. That means you're looking at the details. You're looking at what's at the bottom of the canyon. Look at the sides of the canyon. Look how there's almost layers that are formed on the sides. Write one thing that you've learned. As a reflection part of our lesson, as scientists, we discover something new every day. So think about what you discovered. Think about maybe something you got stuck on. Maybe if you didn't get stuck, you're a little confused. So think about, I've got this. I could teach someone else. That's a thumbs up. If you're stuck on just a little part of it, or you might need some more practice, some more time researching a canyon, it's the middle thumbs up. If it's a thumbs down, you need some help, and I am willing to help you. Just let me know. And then I want you to think, there's another question that you can write in that spiral notebook right below the sentence about something you learned about a canyon. Do you think the Grand Canyon will keep getting deeper and wider? Why do you think that? Or why not? Why, why do you think it's as deep and as wide as it ever will be? So you're providing a claim, which is just a statement, and then you'll provide some evidence to support your claim. And scientists do that. Remember, scientists ask questions and they answer questions every day. So be a scientist and work really hard today in your lesson.